Hi, I'm Rick Conlow. Welcome. How do you motivate people in challenging times? Let's check on two scenarios. In one, the senior VP decided to do a roadshow. Business was tough, and he wanted to go talk to his team and challenge them. The title of his presentation is, Are you on the bus or are you off the bus? And as he went into each location and did his presentations, at times he'd get in front of individual employees and look them in the eyes and say, Are you on the bus or are you off the bus? And of course the underlying message was, if you don't improve performance, I'm going to fire you. Not surprisingly, morale was poor and results got nasty, not better. In another organization, one that we worked with, one of the things that they did is they needed to make some changes to deal with the rapidly adjusting marketplace. And as they did, the management stepped up. They communicated, they set goals with the team, they provided new training, coaching, support, and recognition. And as the changes were implemented, technological and procedural, the management worked right along with them to ensure success. And then as they neared the fourth quarter, they regrouped, put some new plans together, and they doubled their sales growth in that fourth quarter. Wow, that's the kind of results we need to have now. Unfortunately, with our political turmoil and our roller coaster economy recovery here, we have an emotional state in many organizations, in fact, maybe the whole country, that's full of apprehension and fear and confusion and worry. And that does not bring out the best in people. And how are managers handling that? Too many of them are yelling and telling, or they're backing off, sidestepping the issues because they don't want to be blamed for any big mistakes, not at this time. Or some of them are just downright panicking and causing chaos. We met with a major CEO in a retailer in New York City here recently, and he said this, that managers today just aren't prepared to deal with challenging times. He said they haven't had the coaching and the mentoring and the training and the trenches to be able to help people deal with significant obstacles. So how do you break through? How do you take tough times and make them better times? Well, I want to give you 5 action steps you can use today. You don't have to wait for 6 months to be able to get them done. You just need to execute now. First one is this. Be honest with your people. Talk to them. Let them know what's going on. If your department or company is facing difficult times, let them know strengths of what you're doing, weaknesses of what you're doing, competitive challenges you may face, and what you need to do. Both minimum and then what you'd like to do. Let them know. Listen to their fears and their apprehensions, their frustrations. Hear them out. Take good notes, but also let them know that together we will put a plan together and we will make progress. We will get it done. And that leads to point 2. Point 2 is this. Replan with the team. Brainstorm with them. Identify strengths, areas for improvement. Come up with new goals and action steps. Maybe they're modified from the original ones, but ones that if you commit to them, you know you can achieve. And then execute on those things. Roll them out. That leads us to the third point. As a leader, more than you ever have before in your career, and engage and communicate with your team. You know, a lot of organizations talk about employee engagement today. Few managers seem to really know what that's all about. See, employee engagement is about interpersonal relationships and team relationships. It's not about a survey with a number. So it's about communicating and recognizing and rewarding and listening and dealing with conflict constructively. Those kinds of things that will make a difference. So make that happen and do it consistently. Do it with enthusiasm. Be as positive as possible. At times you'll have to redirect for poor performance. Do that, but give them a way to get better. And if you have dead weight, let them go. That leads us for the fourth point. Is focus on your strengths here. Great service, great selling, operational excellence. Don't get fancy with your plans and strategies. Don't try to change everything. Maybe 1 or 2 things to try to get better, to move forward. And what you'll find is these first 4 action steps will begin to energize your team towards the results you have in mind. And that leads us to the 5th point. And this can be a deal breaker. It's called renew. And what renew is as a leader, you've got to have your pulse on what's going on. What's working? What isn't working? What people are saying. Maybe what they're not saying. And if their emotional state is negative, they're calling, going down in the dumps, you've got to call them on that. Or you've got to Be the listening ear and engage them a little bit with some help, maybe a challenge with a question, or make an ad hoc team together to be able to get something done that others can't get done. That's called renew. Doing what needs to be done at the moment, good or bad, to be able to move the team forward. On the positive side, it's the encouragement, the cheerleading, it's the recognition and the rewards, the unexpected kinds of rewards that you didn't promise them, but you give them anyway. Okay? That's what renew is all about. And you do this, it'll add to that energy and add fuel to the fire, to their motivation to succeed. And why do these actions help? They help because they give people what they want. And what do they want? In business today, people want challenging goals. They want recognition for a job well done. They want the support to succeed, to move their careers forward. They want hope that they can be successful, that their company can be successful, which leads to their security in what they're doing. See, we say this: give your people what they want, and they'll give you what you want. If you are willing to learn as a leader, if you're willing to improve, if you have a desire to change, to get better, to be the kind of leader you always wanted to be, then there's hope for you and your team, because people can achieve incredible things. A Midwestern company that we worked with started the year slowly. They engaged us to help them get back on track. We used these 5 strategies, and we did it quickly and fast with their management team. The management team executed them brilliantly, and the employees responded. Within days, performance began to improve. At the end of the month, they had huge gains, and that fourth quarter, 15% gains over what they've been tracking for the year. It was awesome. So you don't have to wait long to be able to get it done. See, we say this: if you want your people to be better, you have to be better as a leader. And Christopher Reeve said this: his definition of a hero was a person, an ordinary person, that perseveres and endures in spite of overwhelming obstacles. And we're facing some of those in business today, whether it's goals that are huge or challenging times for the company or department. And we call a superstar leader who perseveres and endures. Why not have that leader be you today? Thanks for coming.